So all of my reviews from my past clients are that say Lacy's a go-getter, Lacy's a hustler, Lacy always answers her phone. She follows up. She's very detail oriented. I would say that's a big one because even I have agents where I call to set up a showing or to ask if
Hey gang, it's Ryan Surratt, the host of Realtor Results, and today I am super pumped up because I have the lovely Lacy Turner joining us to talk about her success, killer success as a real estate agent. Lacy, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Ryan.
Well, thanks for being here. So Lacy, I got to ask, now, how did you get into doing real estate? What's your story?
I had an agent tell me that they thought I would be good at it. So I was working full time as an organ transplant financial coordinator.
Oh, wow.
hmm and that is when I started real estate school at night.
So okay, so I've never met an organ transplant
Financial
finance coordinator. Wow, that's a mouthful.
it
Okay,
was.
that's okay. And so you went from there to doing real estate,
Mhm.
and you just, I mean, you're at the top. You're doing phenomenal. So, is there anything that you learned there that you feel like has helped you serve clients here?
I've never thought about that. So I quit my 8 to 4:30 to work 24/7 so I could have more
Yeah,
time.
that's
uh,
funny.
that was really my main reason from doing it. I did have I was on call for a week out of the month, every month, 24 hours a day. Um, but um, so my time is uh, at least I can do things at night and I'm not stuck somewhere. And that's what I did not want. I did not want to ask someone if I could go to one of my children's events.
Yeah, yeah. So now you feel like you have the freedom and flexibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah, time. Yeah, that's excellent. So I have to ask. So being because I've never met someone who does this, so I have to ask or did this. So you would help people, I guess, get financing for the organ transfers, or I'm going to
Yes.
buy a
For the
liver or buy a kidney, or I mean, it sounds a little grotesque, I guess, saying it that way, but getting it,
yes, getting their insurance to cover it, how much
yeah,
they would pay for it, because the immunosuppressants post transplant are very, very expensive, like
huh,
$9,000 in
wow,
medication you have to take for the rest of your life, or
I
the
didn't know that.
so it was working with insurance companies, and so I am proud to say though that I was the very first one to ever get a workers' comp on a kidney transplant
Wow.
covered.
Now,
Mhm.
let me ask this because I think I am seeing something. Knowing that now makes sense from knowing you as a real estate agent. Because one thing that I really admire about you is you work hard. Like I mean, you go after it, you work hard, you work your tail off to serve clients, and I think it's kind of something that maybe you're known for, being willing to just go the extra mile. And I think that's more of your personality because I bet you did that there too for clients. I would say, especially with that story.
Most definitely. It's one of the, so I guess that would, where they do entwine a little bit, is when someone else would just throw in the towel. I am, um, my personality is not that way, and maybe it's just my stubbornness. But if I start something, I'm going to finish it and I'm going to get it to the finish line.
That's awesome. I think that stick to itiveness, which is an actual word I found out.
Not
I
a right.
think I think that is a part of your success. So now, how long have you been doing real estate?
A little over 4 years.
Over 4 years. And now, so I mean, you're one of the top agents out there, and you have a team, correct? So how are you growing your team and serving your team? How does that look?
So I am always available for them, which is good because usually when your broker is not available all the time.
Sure.
Usually so many agents under them. So me coming, I was with a team, and then I was a single agent, and then I just had a partner. But being on a team, there's so many advantages where you can do more one-on-one and really concentrate on helping them in their specific areas where they need a little help, or newer agents, which require a lot of your time.
Right.
But I want to teach them the things that helped me, and I had to learn the hard way, trial and error. And my ways might not work for them, but my team seems to appreciate all the little snippets that I can give them that have worked for me.
So would you say, and you kind of alluded to it, it's best if you're a newer agent to get on a team to start out?
I would recommend that,
Yeah.
just for more one-on-one. A lot of brokerages offer coaching, which is still a monetary. You still have to pay for it, but that's just coaching. That's not call at 11 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, we just got an offer. What do I do?
Huh.
Which is what I did last night
Yeah.
from, so, and I get out of bed and I come in here.
Now,
But that's what I signed up for, and I want them to learn, and I love to watch them learn and excel.
that you bring up a good point. I haven't thought about that. Would you say that being on a team may be more beneficial than having a coach?
Um, so I have done both, and a coach really it was beneficial for me, but it was from the standpoint of me being in a leadership role.
Got it.
Maybe that's why it was beneficial for me. But for new agents, yes, I do think being on a team, more one-on-one, and the questions that you think are stupid that we probably should know from school. Everything that we learned in school really just teaches you how to stay out of jail. Um, it doesn't really
Sure.
apply. So once you get in the field, you're like, I don't know any of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, a lot, a lot.
Well, let me ask this. Okay, so you're doing extremely well. You got a team. There's a lot of agents, Lacy, in our market. I mean, I don't know, thousands really. What separates you from other agents? What sets you apart?
So all of my reviews from my past clients are that say Lacy's a go-getter, Lacy's a hustler, Lacy always answers her phone. She follows up. She's very detail oriented. I would say that's a big one, because even I have agents where I call to set up a showing or to ask a question, and I don't get responses.
Hmm.
So, I mean, yes, it's time consuming, but it's worth it, because all of my clients, everything that I have right now is from referrals or past clients.
Do you buy leads or anything of that nature? Wow, that's
Mhm. I don't
huh.
have time.
That's
I'd
if
be like,
you. That's great. You don't have time to buy leads because you got so many leads coming in. Wow, that's phenomenal. Well, good for you. That's incredible. So what I've picked up so far is kind of an aha from you is one part of your success is your really, you kind of said it, your stick-to-itiveness, where you're going to just continue and continue and continue to work hard. But then two, plugging into a team as a new agent helped, and then you've grown through that. Now you're leading a team, and I would imagine the team helps you too, thrusting forward your success. So that team effort. Yeah, I like that. Is there anything else that you're known for besides just working extremely hard for clients?
Um, mm, so I actually had a client yesterday that I wish I could remember exactly what he said. And he's under contract, the second home he's purchased with me. And forgot the exact word that he used, but it was somewhere along the lines as a go-getter. And he said, that's why you're so successful, is because you do what other agents aren't willing to do.
Why do you think other agents aren't willing to? I mean, because being a real estate agent can be, very lucrative. Why do you think some agents aren't willing to do that, to work hard, to stick to it?
I think that, and I told my team this too. I think that they get complacent, maybe, if they close the big deal, and just kind of stay stagnant for a while. And I'm not that person. And I was thinking maybe I will get to that eventually where, I don't work weekends or I'll cut off my phone at 5. But and I feel like I've built up where I am able to do that. However, I just don't see it in me where I can do that.
Is that because you love serving people so much?
I,
Yeah, yeah. I can see that in you, that you love people, you love serving them, and I think you're like me. Real estate's a vehicle to wealth, and I think it's benefited you, benefited me, and so I think that's a similar commonality that we have, wanting to serve people to get into real estate. So, like I said,
yes.
it kind of leads me to my next question. So, what has been your favorite transaction that you've been a part of for these past few years, and why has it been your favorite?
So that's going to be a tie.
Okay, well, what are the two then?
So the first one just happened last month.
Okay,
hmm
I think
I was able to be the agent for my 19-year-old daughter who
wow,
purchased her first home.
that's incredible.
Mhm.
That's great.
And and then when my review automatically went out to her, and to see her response back was everything. She put, I think it was, I know my mom works a lot. I know she works hard, but to see firsthand exactly what all it entails and what all she has to do, and calling me to sign this and to do this, and the paperwork was, and then I'm signing something else, and then she got the price way down for me, and she went to bat for him. And that's what I do too. So um my daughter's was most definitely, because I purchased my first home at 19. So
Wow.
that was, but I don't know if this is one of my favorites, but it's definitely the one that stands out the most.
Okay.
Um, I had the buyer for a home, and we found out that the wife, they had just gotten divorced, and the husband was in prison.
Oh.
Mhm. And found out that she wasn't even on the deed.
Oh.
That when they got divorced, she did the paperwork, gave it to him while he was in prison, and she did not have the legal description on the paperwork,
Uh,
which is the no-no. So it said she had 90 days to transfer it out of his name into hers, which did not happen. So the house was very behind, and my clients wanted it so bad. So and the listing agent was ready to throw in the towel
mm.
because it was a lot. I mean, and the husband was in jail for arson of the home.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh
so then
wow.
I So then I pulled up the seller's disclosure really fast, and it said, remodeled kitchen due to small kitchen fire.
Oh.
And anyways, long story short, I got on a first name basis with the law librarian at Bonham State Prison.
Oh.
And we got it done. She would relay messages back and forth to the husband or the ex-husband, the owner of the
Yeah.
home. And we closed, and we should never have gotten that one closed. Never.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was a wild one.
Yeah,
That was a wild one.
I would say so. That
Yeah.
there was one transaction I was a part of that there was like one heir on the selling side that had been in jail or something like that. And every time that someone's incarcerated, it just makes it more complex. So way to go.
And, everything kind of pieced out perfectly. There was an inmate from Houston that had escaped. I think this was last year or the previous year. Anyways, he had escaped, maybe spring of last year. So all Texas prisons go on lockdown, no
Oh,
matter where, whether it was from
yeah.
their facility or not. And so they were on lockdown. Otherwise, he would have been in the field. He was a mower, and I would not have gotten, we would not have gotten to communicate as much as we did. So everything worked.
So an escaped detainee, I guess, helped basically the transaction
Correct.
through the. Wow,
Mhm.
that's the story. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
well,
that was.
we're getting close to the to the top of the hour here, and so let me ask this one last final question, and then you add anything you want to add, of course. But what would you say is, if you had to start all over again, what's something that maybe you'd do different, or some advice you'd give a new agent to help their success?
I would say consistency is key.
Okay.
Uh, Learn your audience, because not everyone wants a button up tie. They don't want that. They want you to be
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
And so once you learn your audience, your clients will love you even more when you
Huh.
open up. Um, and I would say, as much as you want to just dive in, um, concentrate on one niche at a time. Don't do residential, don't do commercial, don't do a farm and ranch all at the same time, because concentrate on one, get it down, and then move to the next. And, um, build templates. Um, we have to slow down to speed up, and sometimes getting all those things in order is the key.
That's great. That's great. So consistency, know your audience, building templates, and the niche market. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good about so when you say the templates, you mean templates for like email template systems, that type of
For contracts,
contract templates. Got it.
yeah, I mean, because it's not just the 11-page contract that goes to, there's several other forms that we have to have filled out. So get those built for, commercial, for residential, for new construction, non-complete, land.
That's awesome. That is really good advice, actually. That is great. Lacy, thanks for being a part of this podcast with me. Let me just interview you and pick your brain. If a real estate agent or even a client wanted to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
My cell phone.
What's that cell phone number?
It is 903-253-5444.
Fantastic. Perfect. And Lacy, I'm just so impressed with you and what you do to serve clients. You're just a phenomenal agent. And the clients that we've got to serve together, I know you've been a great blessing to them in their transaction. So great job. You're awesome. So thanks for being a part of this. And anything to add before we close up?
No.
Okay, great. Well, y'all reach out to Lacy if you have any questions. Thanks so much for listening or watching the Realtor Podcast. I'm Ryan Stratch, your host, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Have a blessed one.